So yeah, today's video is going to be a little bit different. I essentially want to do a documentary piece on how I make a radio show. For those of you that don't know, I host a radio show. Well, here's the thing. I hosted a radio show on a radio station, a local radio station called Coolin FM. And essentially I had to give up because exams are coming up soon and I really need to focus on that. But this week is going to be my last week, and that will actually be the... ...27th. Jeez. So it's going to be a broadcast on Coolin FM from 6 till 7 on the 27th of December, and essentially that's going to be my last show on there, at least for a good year and a bit, unless I go back on in the summer or something like that. So essentially I thought this is going to be my last opportunity to do it. Now's a better time than ever considering it's the holidays. Now's not actually that great of a time considering I'm not wrapped up anything yet for Christmas and it's going to be in 2 days. But I thought, you know, I may as well take you on this journey of making a radio show. Now, ordinarily I would be in the studio making the radio show, but I think I'm not going to be able to make it. That's not going to be possible due to some things I'm going to. I think I'm going to a friend's house and I'm not sure I'll be in time. So I thought, okay, well, if I make it home, I've done it once before and I can show you how I would ordinarily go about doing it, the structure of how I would do it, and you know, I just thought it'd be something to put on here. It's a little bit different. It's not a RU video. I've only uploaded one, but I've got another one that's almost ready to go. I've got the script that I pointed there because the script's actually lying on that table. I've recorded half of it and I just need to record the other half. I've also got to get B-roll footage. There's a lot on and I wanted to do that one before Christmas. I feel like it'd be quite a good thing to put on. Also, the other reason I'm doing this technically is kind of a bit rubbish and crummy, but hold on. Essentially this microphone is the one I used to use for my last radio show and it doesn't work anymore, so I'm gonna have to use this one. And I know that setup is incredibly bad, but this is actually probably better than this microphone in some ways. This one's quite old, the port's broken, and at least with this I can kind of see visually what I'm thinking, so I can edit that way, and I'll be able to mix it down really easily into an audio track and add in music. Of course, for copyright reasons, I won't actually be able to play any of the music on my channel. What I might do is I might mix down the audio and put it into like a video file and upload it onto YouTube as an unlisted video, but I don't really want this on my main channel, at least just kind of just sitting there. I feel like that would possibly be of detriment in the future. I don't know, it just feels like a dumb idea to me, having copyrighted music just sitting there, because also it can get blocked. At least if it's unlisted or privated even, it won't be subject to the same kind of criteria, and I wouldn't be categorized under the same thing necessarily. So that's what I would like to do. I would like to kind of use this as an opportunity to use this microphone with the radio show, and also as a kind of dual setup, make a documentary out of it, like a mini documentary video. I don't even know if you could call it a documentary, to be honest, but more of a shit show would probably be a much more appropriate thing to name it. But hey ho, it's my last show and I thought, you know what, fuck it. That was the most swearing I've ever done on YouTube. Oh, I'm getting racy now. Getting that big yeah. So I suppose in many ways this is technically a vlog of some description. I'm not sure if you could really call it that. It's a vlog in a sense. It's a video log of me making my radio show. I basically just go on, find a bunch of stuff, slap it on an audio track and send it away, and then it's played for an hour. That's all there is to it, but I kind of like to have a structure to it. And I would also like to point out that most shows are not structured like this. These are the only special ones. I've only had about 3 or 4 that I've done this out of the about 9 or 10 that I've done, and that considering this is my last one, I kind of want to make it special. So I've decided to do World Night. With live radio, you can go on a bit, you can ramble like crazy, and people will be fine with it. But if you've pre-recorded something, you want to get it right. The only other time I pre-recorded it, that was for a Halloween special, which I might upload maybe, I don't know, we'll see. It took hours to finish, and I'm kind of hoping that I'll find a balance of rambling and, you know, just going on at the same time as just getting stuff done. Essentially what I'm doing now, there's no script to this. All my other videos have had scripts. This one there's no script, and it's probably quite clear to tell, but I just want to make it come across more natural. It was quite clear those other ones were scripted, and yeah, it made sense, but this is kind of more a vlog of me just doing it. It's also occurred to me that this is going to look incredibly strange when I'm recording it, because I'm going to be recording it to the camera and you'll be seeing me go like, hey guys. It's going to look a bit weird. Oh yeah, also if I play any audio on my laptop and it's picked up by that microphone and it's copyrighted, I'm going to get in shit for it. So we need to think of a way around this. Editing this is going to be so much fun. What file is in the trash? Oh yes. No, go to, yeah. Last week I was going to do Dolly Parton and that never really worked out. So yeah, as I said, I was planning on doing like a world night. So I was going to start where I live, Scotland, and then maybe do some stuff in England, maybe not. And then travel down to France, get some French music. Then I was going to go to North Africa and then back up to Spain and then across, maybe some Middle Eastern, I'm not sure yet. And then I want to get some Asian influence on the go, then back to the Americas and then back to Europe. Very simplified, but then again, this is just like, it's a local radio station and it's something that I want to do, so it's going to be music that I want to hear as well, you know, research. So at least if we find our songs first, that'd be quite a good idea. Scotland, we should probably decide the countries that we're going to do. So if I do Scotland, probably going to skip England because, you know, it's just any British band then at that point. I know England isn't Britain, Scotland isn't Britain, but you know, Scotland specifically. I'm just going to go Scotland straight into France just to make my life easier. I don't know whether to go hip hop down to North Africa, so I'm going to do Algeria. I'm half Algerian, so I thought, okay, I should probably do that. Also my dad knows a bit about that and stuff, so we can go there. Back up to France again? No, maybe not France, Spain. Go to Spain. This is very rough. This is world music, but I'm not gonna go like to Africa. I'm just kind of going across the kind of equator, kind of sort. Not really. I'm not. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of following a journey. You know, I'm not. If I were to go down to Africa, I'd have to go vroom, and you know, I'm lazy. I'm sorry. Russia? No, I feel like we're jumping. But we're missing Eastern Europe. We're missing a lot, actually, to be fair. We're making big jumps. Go to Turkey, I suppose. To Russia, to India, then China. Right, keep in mind this is only an hour-long show, so having this many options, I don't know if that'll actually come up, but it won't come up, I just realised. I've got to also purchase all this music or make sure I have rights to it. That's going to at least cost, oh god, a lot of money. I just realised how much work this is going to be and how late of a night I'm going to have tonight. Okay, I'm going to try and find my hard drive. Found it. It wasn't in the bag I thought it was in and I had a panic. Let's plug this bad boy in and see what kind of world music we have. As you can see, there's very little coordination to this, and that's the kind of point I'm trying to get across. Sometimes I give myself less time than this. In those cases, I know that those songs will be available on Cool and FM's system because they've got a huge library, but I don't think I can make it in, essentially. That's what this is about. And I also want to show you what I'm doing. No, this is all American. Fantastic. I think I've got to go out to my car to get CDs. Now, this is inarguably the worst part about this whole thing, and this is purchasing music, and this is also another reason why I have to stop the show I was doing. For some more context, what I was doing before was something called Artist Breakdown, where I thought, hey, I'll investigate an artist, get some of their classics, some of their old, some of their new, blend it together, and make a nice show, kind of showcasing that artist and what they do. That shit's expensive, especially if it's an artist Cool and FM wouldn't have. For instance, one week I did Mac DeMarco, Our God. Cool and FM don't have that music, and it's clean for the most part. I had to edit 1 or 2 tracks, but they just didn't have it. So what I had to do is essentially buy all the music myself. The most I've ever blown in 1 week was probably upwards of 10 to 12 quid. Now, if you add that up every week, that's incredibly expensive a week. So of course you have to make a compromise, right? You go, maybe this week I'm not going to do an artist breakdown, I'll just play random music that I enjoy, which I did a couple times, mostly because I ran out of time to actually make a good show, so I just bunged on any kind of old music that I enjoyed, or there was maybe a theme running, but there was still some kind of structure. I didn't analyse a singular artist. Anyway, back to music. The reason I've changed the angle a little bit is because you're not seeing my purchase information. Well, you can if you'd like to. My card number is the back numbers are and you can go fuck yourself. Now, I pulled this out of Mr. Monkey's automobile, and this has got a lot of CDs. It's got lots of CDs, and ones I'm able to use as well. For the Scottish one, I've got some Scottish CDs from a compilation album that should be good to go. There, see, made in Scotland. I think Auld Lang Syne's in here as well, actually, from someone. I'll tell you what, I'm going to rip all of these and I'll come back, mostly just to save memory and battery power in my camera, but then I'll come back to you once I've got all this sorted and I've got all the CDs ripped.
Look into my eyes, they're the eyes of a broken man.
Right, I'm back. Essentially, for you what must have been about a couple seconds, for me was 5 hours or so. I was essentially away, oh maybe not 5 hours, that's maybe a bit of an exaggeration. Like, I don't know, but I was away buying all the music. Now, so many things went wrong. Now we're down to Scotland, France, Algeria, Turkey, Russia, India, China, US, and back to Scotland again. Mostly to do with like the fact I had to buy music and stuff. I had to download iTunes because I couldn't get hold of that song from China properly. Everything went wrong. I bought a song that turned out to be inappropriate for radio play. There was no swearing, it was just really crap. But anyway, I've got to record the show. The way I've worked it is I've only have to do 7 minutes of talking because the rest of it is just going to be music. So I literally just need to make an introduction that's about 3 minutes long or so, and then just talk a very short amount in between each song and then just edit it together. And that's going to be the tricky bit. I'm quite tired now considering it's 2:20 in the morning. You can't see my phone screaming. I'm basically just wafting a big light in your face. But essentially, I'm going to have to get this done, and leaving myself with 7 minutes, as I said, was probably quite a wise idea. For this part, I am going to be looking at my phone because, oh, there's my... What I'm going to do is I'm going to see how much I can get done. Someone there. They went. I'm just going to do a basic introduction, explain what I'm doing, and then say all the countries like in between each song and say the name of the song and the title. Maybe a brief explanation of the song. I don't have that much time, remember I've got 7 minutes, and of course this will get edited down and any mistakes I made can be edited down. Space between words can be edited if need be, and like phrases can be cut out, but I can't add more, so I've got to remember that as well. But I don't want too much and I don't want too little. I'll just fast forward through this section. And there we go. That was the quickest I've ever recorded anything in my entire life. It is very late. It is 2:30 in the morning. I'm not going to try and edit this tonight because I'm just going to end up falling asleep in my chair right behind the camera and I'm going to pass out. So I think for a vlog I haven't done too bad so far. So we'll do a little bit of a recapitulation here. Phase 1. What was phase 1? Oh yes, research. Phase 2. Purchasing the music. Picking the music. That took 3-4 hours. Part 3. The most physically demanding possibly, recording the show. That wasn't too difficult. Recording the show is usually a lot harder, but the way I've done it is I'm going to edit it in afterwards, and I think this is a much more clever way of doing it. I recorded each segment and made sure I did not mess up once, but with this I think it's important that I just do it as if it was an actual radio show because I don't have very much time. It's nearly Christmas, I've still got to wrap stuff, I'm getting flustered, and you know, I just thought it felt more authentic and it's the last one, so I thought, okay, let's just make it nice. So this is a day later. This is also very late at night. I keep staying up too late to make these videos, but today what I'm going to be doing is just literally editing the clips that we got yesterday, and then I'll be finished. But I just want to show you how I go about it. So yesterday I bought a load of music off of Google Play, and I had one song off of iTunes which I'm going to have to get off my laptop, and then I'll load it into Adobe Audition, and then we should be good to go. So what I've done is, off of that video clip I did yesterday that was all time-lapsed, I extracted the audio from it as a separate file. Ordinarily I would never do that for a radio show, but just given the circumstances, that's what I've done. I'm now trying to figure out how to get music from my iTunes as a file. I don't know if I can do that, but we can give it a good go. I mean, oh, right. Okay, there's a show on Windows okay. You'd think this would be some kind of insightful video, or how to make a radio show. It's really just copying files and putting them in an audio track and then exporting it and sending it off and hoping everything goes well. There's only problems when it doesn't go well. So, assuming everything goes well, there's no problems. I think I just went through a range of emotions. Every other culture when it comes to language, like I know you get some Russian songs that, I know you get some Russians, you can really hear how tired I was, like, recording this. Like, I keep going, and ha. It's really obvious. There's ways you can cut it down. Like, also I got stuck in noises as well. So I'd go France, but I cut the middle section out. That you hear the beginning of the France bit, so it's France, instead of France. Because it's just audio, the video doesn't need to sync up with anything. You can do some clever tricks. You can overlap audio to make it sound like you're saying different things than to what you actually are. It's quite clever to get sound right. To include all these different kinds of songs in my radio. I'm not overly sure why. Towards the end of the radio show, there's like a massive echo. I don't know where it's coming from. I think it might be my drums, and maybe something to do with my microphone, maybe like a setting changed. The end of the radio show is now really reverbed. I don't know why. There's not much I can do now at this point, but I think it should be okay. So I'm essentially left with this little predicament where I have about 12 minutes left of time at the end, so what I'm just going to do is put in more Scottish music just to kind of fill out the space. I ordinarily would record more, but I really don't have the time. Even this setup, it's 3 in the morning on Christmas. I know I started in Christmas Eve, I'm not actually in Christmas now, so I want to get it out of the way and finished. And now we're back here. What happened? Well, my camera card filled up and the battery died at the same time. So essentially there was no more recording that night, and I just finished editing and went to bed. But it's been a few days now. Christmas has been and gone. New Year's Day has been and gone, and as you probably saw, the little title that came up at the start, at the beginning of this video, the show has aired, and it aired successfully. And I initially had an audio track that was about 1 gigabyte in size, but I managed to compress it right down to 75 megabytes. Not the best of ideas, but it's the only way I could have sent it in time because I was late with Christmas happening. But essentially, it did air. I've also noticed I've said that word essentially and of course and and but throughout this entire video because, as I said, it's not scripted and I'm a bit dumb. And there's not really any other way to put it, to be honest. Anyway, that was how I would have made a radio show and how I did make a radio show. I know this video is a bit on the longer side of things, but if you enjoyed it, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe, and my social medias will also be in the description. Not that I'll have a mass influx of people or anything, but if you're interested in what I do, or I don't know, just want to see what I'm doing, then you can just follow me on there or whatever, just shoot me a wee message. Thank you so much for watching, because if you're here, you've obviously stuck through to this point, and it means the world to me. I should have another video up in the next month or so, hopefully in the next couple weeks. I'm kind of aiming for 1 week at a time or 2 weeks at a time and not for a month at a time, because I know I was uploading like that before and I'm kind of wanting to stick to some form of a schedule, but school has to come first, at least until I finish school in a few months, and then I can just focus on YouTube and just do a bunch of stuff. We'll see what happens, but lots more to come, so just stay tuned and I'll see you later.